Everybody, it's Constance with Charming Custom Crafts, and I wanted to show you guys how I did the thank you announcements for my daughter's graduation announcements, which the video is coming on that. I'm trying to get everything done while I'm packing this week because I have things I have to finish this week. So stick with me. I have my sons to both show you on both of his announcements and his thank you card. My daughter's, this one's her thank you and then her announcements. I'll be finishing up one of the books for my daughter and share both of those. I've done 22 cards over the last 2 days while doing all the packing and the lots of the final D-stash before moving. So work with me here. Anyway, this one is Glitz and Gold Glamour for my daughter. It's a basic Easel card for anybody who wants to know. It is, you take a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, you cut it to 12 by 4, and then you turn and you score it every 4 inches, so 4 and 8, and you'll end up with this. And then you'll go back after cutting the extra fourth off. You'll take one of the fourths off, so you'll end up with this. You're going to turn and score it in the middle at 4 inches, or you can, if you don't have a scoreboard, just do it this way. And then you're going to take this way and score it again, which that way it'll be at 4 and 6 inches. So this is the basics for my daughter's thank you card. And my dogs are barking, and my daughter's trying to control them. So I'm trying to find where I put my... oh, we'll find it. Oh, there it is. I was looking for this, for my score tool. This is my Martha Stewart one. I put extra gems on it, too. So what I ended up doing is I just tried to stick with a basic Easel card, but I wanted to glitz it up. My daughter wanted gold foil. Well, gold foil is usually $2 a sheet. So I ended up going to Joann's one day when all the glitz paper that was normally 99 cents, the more pliable one, I got them for 20 cents a piece, and I think I pretty much bought out everything they had. I got like $400 with the paper for like $75. So, which if I would have done the gold foil, wouldn't have taken much to get to that. And I'll have extra announcements. I'm going to take the personal parts off if somebody wants to buy the rest of them off for announcements for next year, for the next graduating group. So what I ended up doing is I took a gold foil doily, and they come usually in 3s on some of them. Pardon me, but I don't have any nails. I had my nails grow out and I took them off. The best thing about getting these off is you want to pull from the back one, because if you pull from the front, you're going to get pieces that tear. So I went and I bought probably 300 just in case I had any problems, and they did tear. So I took it off gently. And then what I did is I found the center piece of the doily, and I wanted to stick with a pattern that was easy to follow. So I would pull out either what looks to me either lips or the one that has like a snowflake in the middle here. So I just cut it in 4s. So if you're wondering how I did that, I now have 4 pieces that look like this. Okay, so I ended up taking the scoreboard, and I took each piece, and I already have one ready. You only need 2 for each thank you card. And I'm trying to do this and watch camera at the same time. So what I did is I just scored along that first 1/4 of an inch mark on each piece. And it's a lot easier than you think, especially when these are so delicate. To where you have, I'm going to put this over, to where you have exactly that. That's all you really need to score on it. Now, to be easier, sorry if I'm crossing over. What I found is if you cut off this little corner piece, it'll be a lot easier. I kept them very simple, but still something that most people are unique. It's unique to. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky. You can tape with a snail or your ATG gun. And if you don't know how to wind these or put them on right, I do have a video. People find that it's the easiest video because some people don't know about the other piece that you have to connect it into. And if you have seen a video and it was made after mine, you know where they got the idea. Anyway, so I go around. I hope I don't need any tape. Do I? No. It's taping. Oh, and I tore that one. Go figure, right? Tell you how delicate they are. So I can always score another one. And this is why I bought extras. Now, because the edges, and I should have thought about that. I've done this already several times. So this is so delicate. You want to go to the opposite side than what you're working on. And you're just going to want to go out about 1 inch with this particular doily. You want to worry about the center. But because it is the back, it's not a big deal. So I went in and carefully, as you can see, taped that. And then what I did is I went in, the tape's on the back side. There's tape right here. And I lined up the edges. And then sat it down. And I forgot to cut that corner out because I used the wrong. I screwed up one. Shooting by the hip, people. And then I went in and I just bent it back because it is foil. It will hold. And it'll hold on this side. Now, give me a second. Let me score another one real quick. And it's real simple. I didn't want to show a finished product because I have several of them to do. Because I'm just now finishing up announcements. I mean, they're made, they're ready to go, but I've been so busy with the move and trying to de-stash and declutter as much as I can, not just with my craft room, well, the studio room, because I now share it with my son. It'll be a studio space. If you can see, I'm cutting out the corner. Now, this is where it gets tricky. You guys got to know that this is going to be the front, so you have to do the opposite corner. And you can put some on there, or you can put it on the piece itself. I'm doing it on both. Just depends on what mood I'm in. You definitely have to have it on one side to get it to go right. So, again, taking it, since I didn't want to tape there, I've done it both ways, honestly. Okay, so I'm doing this again, pulling in, pushing down into the tape. Even if you don't get tape all the way through here, it's not a big deal. As long as you get that pull over, and you're going to have it taped down anyway. So that's what I like to do. It's kind of like a fan effect, which I thought was pretty nice. My daughter liked it. Now here's going to be the 4x4. I didn't get real fancy on that. Now I'm going to just take the back of the black and gold, and I'm now going to tape down the edges. That wouldn't totally stay down. They will now with tape because of the doilies have that open pieces. So whatever you didn't tape before, I'm just putting a little in the middle because it is glitter stuff, so it takes a little bit. So you just center it up. And these are 3.5 by 3.5 squares if you're wondering about the black. So that's pretty much done. Almost. Now, I ended up taking my Stampin' Up! Scallop punch, and I punched out a whole bunch, and then I embossed with white emboss and took the heat gun to it, and it says, "You're the best," with a smiley face. And then I put circular pop dots to the back. And again, my nails suck after I get done moving, putting everything in, because I got a lot of scrubbing. It didn't do no good, and I didn't want to get fungus under my nails. And I miss my nails so bad. And I don't want to run out of time. I've got like 22 videos to do. Just on cards. Now, it took me forever to figure out where I wanted it. So I wanted to make sure the center stayed down. So I just stuck it in the middle to go with the whole floral motif. And I kept it simple. Now, if you guys have done easels, you guys know that you want to tape down this side. A lot of people do nowadays is the different shapes, which I can get to right now when I've got all my stuff halfway packed. And well, most of it packed. I say 90% of my stuff is packed. Of my storage room, or craft room. Studio room. And what you do is you take it on the piece that bends the far end. That's going to come up. If you don't know how to do them, I do have a video on it. I have about 700 videos, if not more. I go in and I take down the personal videos when it's like the hauls and the racks because they're old. So you get your flip up effect. And this one, I'd stick with the colors. Her school colors are red and white and black. Home of the Bulls, or was her colors. They all start school back next week. And I wanted to try to get everything out before I moved anyway. So all this is a leftover piece I had. And I'm just going to put about a 1/4 of an inch to a 1/3 of an inch up. Probably about more of a 1/4 here. And again, it's 4 by 2.5. So it's just over the 1/2 inch mark. So you can see that you still have that white that'll pop from the color in the middle. Now, what I did, now this is 1 inch by 4. You can see that. I have them all pre-cut. When I'm doing massive amounts, which I rarely do because I don't really like to do this many. And then all I did was center this. Now, to make these more custom, and this is basically it, to make these more custom, I'm taking an alphabet set that I have that has all the basic alphabets and the numbers. A lot of them don't have both. It has upper, lower numbers and things. And if you're wondering where I got them, look on eBay. They're not that expensive. It took me about a month to get them. I have other ones, but I'm actually embossing custom names, their actual names, to this piece, and then she's writing her thank you note up in the white area. And of course, I put my logo on the back. So that's her thank you note. I hope you like this because the announcements are beautiful, and I can't wait to show you. Bye.